Hello, Cherries. Welcome to Live Cherry Sunday, episode 156. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 3 scale patterns that every guitarist should know. And it is episode 156. That means that it's 3-year anniversary of going live. See, I could add 52 times 3. It's 156. And I want to say, hello, good morning, Ozman. Give you a round of applause. We're going to get right to the lesson here today. And but I want to say hello to my friend here in the chat. And if you want to bypass all this, you can get right to the timestamp that I'll put in the description for the beginning of the lesson, which we're going to start in a minute anyway. All right, Paul, Morel, good to see you. Give you a round of applause. Course time, huh? Excuse me. Well, I'm still drinking my coffee from earlier this morning, but cheers to you. All right. Scott Olson, good morning all. So good to see you. And I love that avatar you got right there. Looks like a Gibson Explorer, or is that an Ibanez Destroyer? Which is a guitar I've never had, and I really do. That might be my next one. So hopefully you can hear my guitar out there. Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can't. All right. So we got a good one today. And the reason why I'm kind of doing this is it's really important. And I'm recording a new song. There's a solo in it that's similar to this that I do have to practice up and build up some speed for. That's a Hamer standard. That's right. Okay, the Hamer. I confuse those too, the Hamers, with the with those Ibanez Destroyers, which Def Leppard used to use, right? That's how in the early days of, well, not the early days, but Pyromania in those videos. All right, sounds good. Pekka Blues. Thank you so much, Pekka Blues. Very cool of you. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So thanks for spending some time here with me on Sunday. It really means a lot to me. It's very cool of you. So I'm going to show you these 3 patterns that are really cool. And we're going to practice them with the metronome. And we're just going to go up the scale here. I'll put on this camera right here. And I'll show you. Actually, not this one, but this one right here. And we're going to use a couple different scales. We'll use the C minor scale. I like this 3 notes per string pattern right here. And it's in a comfortable position where I could play without going way up here for right now. So just C sharp. Just right up the minor scale. C sharp minor. It's the same thing, it's E major basically. You know? It's not 3 notes per string, but it's the same notes. C sharp minor. All right. Ozman, you have an Ibanez RG 570. Ooh. That's pretty cool. What does that look like? I have to look that one back up. Is that anything like the Destroyer? Ibanez Destroyer. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. I love those Ibanez guitars. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, and we're going to get started here in a second. Just checking out some of your chats real quick before we do that. I'm going to look up that RG 570. I'm really interested to see what that is now. So, all right. We're all caffeinated up. Take another swig here from my Cherry mug right there. All right. So I got a little metronome here set on my Pro Tools rig. Just set at 60. And I think the first thing that I do a lot, I do runs like this, where I'll just kind of go. You know, back in the old days, we used to call out the hiddly hiddly, because it sounds like hiddly 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 hiddly. My drummer would always make fun of me because that's all we did in our solos, you know, like the Iron Maiden solos. We'd hiddly hiddly. made you think, well, I don't want to just do hiddly hiddlies all the time. You can mix it up. But a lot of guitar players will play those. Those are the hiddly hiddlies. Or even if you did it with the pentatonic scale. You know, and so on. They're hiddly hiddly, hiddly 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 hiddly. That's why you want to mix things up. Do like patterns of 4. So not always doing just triplet feels. You could do quads as well. I'm not talking about working out, but we're talking about guitar workout. Yeah. Yeah, send me a pic of that, Ozman. That's the hard to find one like mine because mine has shark fin inlays. Ooh, I'll send you a pic. I want to see that. You might have already shown me that before, but I do want to see it. Again, very, very cool. Now, the way you can get fast, I mean, I'm playing this legato, which is like... I'm only hitting one note here. Well, I'm hitting every other note, I guess, like, and I'm doing hammer-ons and pull-offs there. But the way you get really fast at it is to actually pick every notes. Doing alternate picking, not alternative picking, but alternate picking. And you're not only perfecting the scale in these patterns, you're also working on your alternate picking, which is a really good practice to do as well. So you're kind of knocking out 2 birds in 1 stone here, connecting both your left and right hands, getting them together, because that's essentially what you want to do as a guitar player. You know, you want to get that connection between your hands. Excuse me once again. So let's start off a little bit with the metronome going up this scale. Let's check this out. I have it set really, really slow here too at 60. Because the whole idea here is to get it really clean no matter what the speed is. You have to get it clean slower before you can get it faster. So with something like this, with quarter notes at 60 beats per minute, with this triplet feel, I'm going hiddly, hiddly, like this. See what it sounds like with the front pickup. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to focus on is I'm trying to get each note to ring smoothly without choking it. I'm not muting the strings at all. I'm letting them ring. So that's really important to know. I mean, it's another completely different technique if you want to choke the notes. But you know, for this reason, for this video, purposes of this video, we're not going to do the choking today. We're going to play it really smooth. Do that. So pretty cool. And they'll go back up. We'll send it as well. Let me pick this. So I was never really good at ascending the scale. It's kind of new for me. I mean, I've always descended mostly with this, doing the hiddly-hiddlies. So going up is something that I need a lot of work on as well here. But I think for the purposes of this video, for this particular triplet exercise, I've gone up fours much more than I've gone up threes. For some reason, I don't know why. But we'll start off doing this scale, and we'll do 60 beats per minute, and we'll ascend and descend. It's the whole idea. So let's give it a shot. Right up the scale. It's such a good practice right here. Hopefully you're playing along with me, learning this, then come back, grab your guitars, kick on this beat, jam it along. So do it. So we'll ascend. So I guess one thing I did at the end is I like to go I don't want to duplicate the notes. What I just did there was actually a mistake. I went because I hit that note already. So you don't have to ascend going back down. You can go. So just hit it one time instead of starting again, just kind of let it play out like you know. Because that's probably how you would do it in a run, in a musical context. Ascending scales kill me too. Scott Olson. So I'm not the only one, huh? Give you a round of applause for the struggle. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. The struggle, it's real. It's called we call it the ascending struggle. I think I'll have some T-shirts made called the ascending struggle. Silly. So if you're interested, if you're having a good time here, and if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I go live every Sunday, 12 o'clock, which is what we're doing right now. We're live, warts and all, screw-ups and all, out of tune and all, whatever it is. So what we could do is now, let's go up a couple of these before we switch patterns to another pattern. I'm just going to go, let's go to 65. We don't need to rush it. That's how confident I feel about my ascending. So, all right, we're at 65 beats per minute. Let's go up the same pattern right here. Let's do it. What I'm thinking about throughout playing this is that, and I'm not thinking about it from the beginning to the end, but at a certain point in between, I'm realizing that what I really want to do here, as simple as this exercise is I want it to sound good. I want it to sound musical. I want to try to get the tone out of the notes as best I can based on whatever sound I'm using right here, right now. And it's just something to think about when you're doing these. Instead of just running through random patterns like this, try to make them sound musical as if you're actually playing music in a progression or jamming along with something, which is a very good thing to do after you work on, metronome work. So let's try it again, doing 670. I'll bump it up to 70. And it's, when things are really slow like this, you really feel confident about playing because, if you're playing something slow in your tempo and you can make it sound good, it's great. So imagine playing this twice as fast with the same confidence that you have playing it slow, and the same clarity and the same articulation. That's something to strive for right there. Let me say hello to my friend here, Ritesh. Give you a round of applause. How was the gig? Well, last night the gig was good. I played bass with Disco Unlimited at the gig, and it was really good. We always have a great time playing, just packed Christmas party type of thing, and it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. Sometimes I have to pinch myself up there playing. People love that band so much. It's just it's great people. And when you're playing in a band, the people are the most important thing. Over the music, over everything, it's the people you're playing with, and you know that, right? Just like right here, the people that we're hanging out. It's the most important thing that we could have. So let's do this at 70 and see if we can just concentrate on those things. Relaxing the hand, getting the tone out, not choking the note, letting it sustain as much as you can within the time frame, and consider all those things and make it as musical as you can in this. So, and I'm alternate picking, so I have to relax both of my hands, try to get them together here. Let's see what we got. It's not always easy, and you're transitioning between strings, trying to keep them clean. Right about in there. Switching to that. Trying to let the note ring out from the time I hit it to the time I leave it. I know it's funny because it's obvious, but sometimes, you may stumble into the note, you may stumble out of it. As I'm doing, and you could probably notice me doing that, but I'm trying to be aware of that so that I could correct it as I proceed. I hate when I speak and I sound like a computer here, but so let's bump it up. I feel like it's not really, 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 really clean, but I think we can bump it up a little bit and go to 80. And we're picking every note, so we're trying to be really articulate here. So I'm trying to get all these notes to ring out. Let's give it a shot again. If I was to double it playing legato, it'd be like this. I think the way I've built up my legato technique, is because when I was younger, I practiced a lot of picking every note like this with a metronome. And then after a while, you just start playing your legato because you don't want to pick every note. And I think the connection was made there. So if people want to know how to play fast legato, I think it starts by picking. Because you can't really have a fast legato without having some kind of real connection anyway. Because when you get lazy with it, at least your timing is good, and you could lay off the right hand and just hit the notes as you need to when you're playing legato. And I'm going to say something here. My man Paul, he says I look tired. Do I look tired? What gives you that idea? Well, I am tired. Paul. And, actually, I got a few more hours. I got like 5 or 6 hours sleep, believe it or not, last night. But before that, I slept 3 hours in 2 days, and that's not good. But it is what it is. Sometimes you got to do it. I've done it many, many times. I don't think you know that you can do it until you do it, until you have to do it. So I slept 3 hours in 2 days, traveling. I was in Florida for less than a day. I flew in early Friday, and I flew back home early Saturday. Went right to my gig. Played a whole long gig. Got home last night at like 2:30. Woke up today at 7, although I overslept till about 7:45. So what is that, 2:30 to 7:30? That's 5 hours. So, still love me. Well, I love you too. I love you too. Thank you very much, Paul. You guys are awesome. I love all you guys. But, you know what? I'm off tomorrow. I'm sleeping in. Monday, at this point, I'm going to sleep till like 11. Probably going to go crash right after this, till tomorrow sometime. Nah. One of my biggest problems, I never use the metronome. Yeah, it's a great tool. Because you're in, it's just important, Because I think if you don't, you just randomly, you don't really have to. If you're just being musical, just do it. But if you want to, work on things like that, like speed and dexterity and stuff, it's pretty cool. Practice thing, use metronome. And so, all right. Now let's go, before we get too fast with this. Actually, let's build up. Let's just go a couple more, and then we'll switch patterns. We'll go to another pattern. All right, so let's try it out. Let's do, all right, so where were we now? We're at 80, right? So let's try 85. Oop, not 885. I'm going to go back on this. Okay, 800, imagine that. 85. Enter, okay. 85. Here we go. Putting on the scale pattern. And you could do this with any scale. I just have this minor scale going up, because it's pretty handy. You can just do it with any scale. 3 notes per string is good because, if you want to do it with any other scale, you just shift it up. Play it in the, in the E major. We're going down. That wasn't in time, by the way. So we'll try this 85 right here. Excuse me. Trying to not skip a alternate picking, although I may have somewhere in there. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you're hitting the notes in time, you could lose a little track of it. But be aware not to. Trying to. So you got like 3 things you're trying to be aware of: alternate picking, going up the scale in 3s, and attacking the note precisely, letting it hold on each note without, slurring out of it, slurring in and out of it, trying to attack them in time. So we did that. Let's try it again. Let's go up to 90. 90. Here's 90. So we're working up very slowly in 5 increments. So we got, that was C, I just dropped it down. Let's do C sharp instead. And the most important thing is, like I said, I don't really ascend too much. Like going descending, I've been doing that all my life. I'm going to reach a point really soon where I'm not going to be able to play clean ascending. Whereas descending, I could probably go for quite a while before I completely screw it up. Osman, how do you warm up before a gig? About 3 or 4 shots of tequila. No. I stretch my hands. I stretch my wrist. I do a quick, couple minute, actually, warm up where I just stretch my wrist. I stretch my fingers. We do a sound check. I don't really, with the disco things, I don't really have to really warm up too much because I've been playing the music quite a while. Just jump in and just get warmed up after the first song. But as far as guitar, that's a whole good question right there. Actually, it's a good video idea. Just to warm up through some stuff like this. If you're going to be playing leads and some technical stuff, I would warm up just getting technique right. I mean, this is a perfect warm up, actually, because I'm concentrating on where my hand is placed. I'm concentrating on alternate picking, and I'm really making a connection between myself and the guitar by doing this. So you do this for a little while before a gig, before you play, and you'll just be immediately warmed up. So I think we did 90, right? Let's do 95. 95. We're moving along. Do I drink? Occasionally, but I'm not really a big drinker. I'll have a beer at a show. Maybe 2. But during the whole process, usually just 1 beer during the whole thing. Let's try it. Now we did it. 95. We're getting up there. Slowly but surely. Do I get a buzz off 1 beer? Well, I'm not that much of a lightweight, but it just relaxed me a little bit, I don't like to get wasted for a gig. I don't think anybody should. There are certain gigs that you could be at a bar somewhere where it's kind of laid back, where you could, have a few and lighten up, and it's just fun. But when you're playing at a professional gig in front of a lot of people, a lot of paying customers, I've done it, trust me. I've made mistakes at gigs, and I've partied a little too much. And I've learned from that, and I come to the realization that at a gig, you got a lot of people paying good money to see a show, and my feeling is let them drink and have a good time and see a really good musical act. Why should I be drinking and having a good time and screwing up? Because eventually you're going to start making mistakes, and they don't deserve that. People, they deserve to see a show that's crisp and tight, and they just want to have a good time, and let them be drunk and sloppy, and the band just be tight, kick butt, and just be great. Then after the show, you could relax and kick back and have a few and party it up. But I just think the customers deserve your full amount of concentration and dedication to a show. Over a long career in playing music. I just realized that yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. I've had a few gigs where I was under the influence, just added to the spectacle. Sure does, It's like, you think you're Jimi Hendrix out there. I mean, Jimmy did it, But, you just never know what you're gonna get. You may be great once, and you may be really awful the next time. So for consistency's sake, you're better off just kind of playing it straight, So, but right now, I'm completely wasted. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I think we're at 95. Let's try a couple more and see, because I feel like it's coming along. I'm not too sloppy on these. We're at 100. So let's see how we feel here. Let's see. Oops, so I hit that twice. Try it again. So I'm trying to actually give it my full concentration on these, especially when you get faster. If you lose concentration, your mind starts wandering, you're going to start messing up on these, especially as they get faster. So once you start playing the scale, it's like zoning in. Okay, zoning in on what I'm doing right here. Not losing concentration. What was it, 100? How about 105? 105. Let's try 110. I'm trying to really still get the notes as clean as I possibly can within the notes here. Transitions, I mean. Trying to hit, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to hit every note with the same velocity. I'm trying to hit every note, trying to let them ring out the same, whether it's this note. And it's hard to do as you're switching strings and moving quickly through the patterns. Still want to play harmonica for you. 20 years. Oh, that's cool. That is awesome. Yeah. I want to hear it. Some harmonica. You told me that you played harmonica. That's right. And I said, I got a gig for you if you're a harmonica player. So, yeah. Let me hear it. So we'll do a couple more. I think we're pretty smooth. 120. Surprised I could even do ascend at 120 here. Let's try it. Keep going. See, we're warming up. This is definitely a great warm-up here. See, all right, I'm screwing it up. Let's try it again. Not bad right there. As you could probably hear, my where was I? 125. Ascending, descending is better. My ascending. Here we go. We're at 125. Okay. So it sounds. I missed a few picks on the way down. That's okay, because as you're playing legato, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna start dropping out on the right side, but your left hand will still be fretting the notes. So 25. You can also, if you find yourself getting sloppy like I am right there, you just start backing up. So going back down to now watch now, but 125, if I was to go, like to 115, it'll be much cleaner. Like. Missed an alternate picking. All right. So we're going to switch it up and play a different pattern here. So do that 1 second. Let me see what we got here. Comment we got. Hey, Scott. You stringed that guitar yet? And you going to call me and play some harmonica? Okay. Sounds good. Cool. Alrighty. So now we'll go up the same scale, but we'll play in fours, which is one of my favorite things to do. First, a little swig of water. Hopefully, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Really, really cool stuff. We're playing guitar here today. We're getting warmed up for sure. Hopefully you stretched out your fingers and everything. And let's check this out. Let's go up the same. And just so you know, real quick, what we'll do is, like I said, you could do this with any scale. You know, you can get out of this. You could play it with, hold on 1 second. You can go to, instead of playing that scale, hold on. Tripping out. So you got that scale. Then you have that scale. Why is it doing that? If I close that out, it's showing it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we got that. We got that. You could do, you know, it's a different scale. Here's A minor pentatonic, right? Same type of thing with here. How would I do that? Like a. I'm losing on the turnaround here. So it would be. I'm playing triplet feel. Yeah, so it's weird. Let's try here. 3, 4. I'm losing it. A little bit more trickier with the pentatonic, but the whole idea is the same as far as going up. I mean, you've played that a million times, this pattern right here. Yeah. So to speak. So that's a good one to do as well. But going back to this scale right here, going up in fours, you would just go like this. I mean, I always loved the fours going up and down. That was just a really good rock lick for me, you know. It's, you know, like you could use that so much. So you got like two patterns that are great here. You got the one triplet, and you got the one quad or four. I don't really know what the proper way to call it is. But if we go down to here and start slow again, like 60 beats per minute. Just try to get it clean. It's the same method to the madness here. Actually, I prefer kind of going up. Because if you don't, you're going to descend in a different way you're going up, which is cool, because this is pretty cool too. You know, like if you go, which you could do all kinds of stuff, but for the purposes of this video, I'd rather descend like a... And when you're switching fingers, just find the best way when you're switching in patterns when you're going, you know, like around you. Switching in that, because you have the same like symmetrical, then you're switching to here, to a different symmetrical shape, but you're switching switching frets. You could also go this finger, but eventually you have to switch to here anyway, so I do it here. So, here we go. One more time. Increase it a little bit. See how we got 65. All right, let's try it. I'm really trying to keep it as smooth as I can, letting the notes ring out. Try that again. All right, so let's do 70. So any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. Getting a little carried away here in my own world here for a second, but let me know if you have any questions about this stuff. And let's keep trying to get it smooth here. 2. One thing I'm trying to concentrate on is as I'm ascending, I'm starting on a down stroke. But if I was starting on a descend, I would always go up, like. But sometimes you might not find yourself able to. If you're in the middle of a run here, you might have to go down. See, I switched the pattern there. So I think it's good to do it both ways. So this is down, down, and here's up. I'm just better at going up because it just makes sense to me if you're picking in the direction where you're going. You know, if I was going down and I'm picking up, or if I'm going down and I'm picking down like this, it just feels weird picking down as I'm descending. But it really depends on where you are from here. See, this would be down. So for the purposes of this exercises, I guess I'm doing all downstrokes on the notes here. Whereas if I went from unless I go back down, which was my first thing that I pointed out, then I end up going on a down, on an up pick, descending, which is what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, or if I don't hit that, I don't know. Let's just see how it plays out and see however it works out here with the alternative picking. So where was I on 75? No, let's do 75. See how this is. And you can't hide from the metronome. I mean, if you're late, it ain't slowing down for you. It isn't slowing down for you. You have to be right on it. And if you're too fast, it ain't going to speed up for you. So it's really good for your timing. I mean, obviously. How'd I end that? Sorry. Gonna turn it around up here. Oh, it's right here. That's the note. So I pick better going that way. So one more time at 75. So we got C sharp minor. Somehow I got turned around right there. It's just weird. How did I do that? So, I don't know. That's something I haven't really thought out too clearly yet. But if your alternate picking switches and you wind up going down, whatever feels natural, you could focus on that and try to stay consistent with it. But if you flip-flop on it and you wind up, doing whatever's easiest for you, then that's all important anyway. You don't have to be like so straight with this. Let's try 80, and we're not going to really concentrate on that aspect of it too much. So here we go. Doing 80 beats per minute. See, I'm just concentrating most on just playing it clean, trying to articulate the scale and the notes. That's the most important thing. If I'm flip-flopping on the alternative picking, then who cares? 85. Let's try 85. Trying to be smooth, clean. Let's see how we can do here. Oops, one more time. right, so it's 85. We'll keep going. We'll go up to 90. All right, it's like a challenge here now. Let's see how we can do here. Oops. One more time at 90. So we're going to keep going. We're at 95. Right? We're at 90. Sorry, 95. All right. But first, I just want to say hello to you. Make sure I'm not losing you out there. We got a little bit left. We got one more pattern I want to show in a second. But, you know, this takes a lot. Your hands feel a little tight. They start to tighten up a little bit. Pekka Blues got us leave. All right. We got a few more minutes anyway here, but thank you so much for hanging out. Very, very cool of you. I guess really the last pattern that I want to show here is instead of going through the scale, alternating through the scale like playing every other notes or every note, or the fours. Instead of doing that, I would suggest playing through the scale, right up the scale, like this. Or with fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. With a beat like that. And that would be kind of like this. You started on 60. It would be like this right here, where you're playing 3 notes in the beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that. Yeah. Or if it was 4, it would be like this. Nope. It's a little different. Where's 3s are. Good ascending speed right there. A good ascending and descending technique. It's just to work up the scale like that. So let's try going through a couple of these a little bit faster. 60, we'll go to 70. We'll do the triplet one. Let's do a couple more of these. Let's see. So we'll do 80. And what's interesting about this is I'm going up 3 notes per string, but I'm not going back 3 notes per string. I'm hitting 1, 2, 3 like that. I'm not coming down, which would be a lot easier. When you're doing 4, it's a lot harder. So I might as well just do whatever's harder. So here's 80. Sounds like this. a great exercise like that. Now let's switch over to, so go back to 60, and we'll do fours all the way up the scale. So we have. If you could hear that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a great exercise right here. If it's 70, just smoothly going up the scale. It's good to do that too, just repetitively, going up and down, and just until you feel like you're getting it smooth. That's pretty cool. Whoops, what am I doing? Hope I didn't hit the wrong button here. I have 2 mouse pads. Drive me crazy. Okay, so it's 70. Let's go to 80. All right, not too much longer here, but we'll get a couple more here. So we got 80 on the fours. Let's see how that works out. Let's try 90 on this one. Let's see. All right, not bad. How about 100? Woo. That's getting tough. How about 110? Oops. Nope. Don't want that. How about 110? Here we go. 110. Oh. Get tired. It's tough, but build up speed, get yourself going, and we have a little more gain and some delay. All right, so we had a good time today. Thanks so much for hanging out. You guys are the best. Give you a round of applause. Spent another Sunday here with me. If you have any questions about it, any ideas for next week, please let me know in the comments section. You guys are awesome. Paul, thank you so much. And Scott Olson, you guys are the best. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love yous. And you guys are awesome here. just want to mention briefly, I know you guys know about this, but I get a lot of other people that watch this video for days and months and weeks and years to come that don't know about my guitar course called Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. And in this course, there's 3 sections. There's Fretboard Memorization, where I show you how to easily memorize a fretboard. There's the Circle of Fifths, where you'll learn chord progressions and changing keys and all kinds of fun stuff. All music is in that circle. And blues soloing, where all your soul and feel comes from, like a vibrato. All kinds of blues stuff. I have backing tracks in there, scale charts and graphs. So check that out. I'll put that in my description, and I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, so any questions about any lessons for next week? Trying to keep it consistent every Sunday. I will be back next Sunday. So any ideas? Actually, I have an idea. I was going to do it today, but I wasn't able to get the pedal. I think I'm going to buy that Universal Audio Lion distortion. It's basically like my Strymon. It's a modeler. Allows you to plug all your pedals into it. So I'm going to replace the Strymon with this Universal Audio Lion. Check that out. Go online and check it out. I'm going to pick one up probably maybe today or tomorrow and plug it in. It's got such a great sound. It's the distortion. It's like Eddie Van Halen. It's got a brown sound. So my Iridium's pretty good too, but I usually keep it on clean. I get that line. I'm going to be using the distortion from the line a lot, and it's really a great tone. So probably wind up going live and making a video on that next week. So, but if you have any other ideas, let me know. I will get to that. So we rock today. Hands going. And Paul, you want the Strymon? Strymon's good. But I'm thinking about replacing it with the Lion, so we'll have 2 different ones. But the Strymon is a great pedal, so I might not even like it as much as the Strymon. But we're going to compare those 2. That's a great video idea, the Strymon versus the Lion, because that's basically what everything models itself after these days anyways, that Strymon. So, you want mine? We can see if we can work that one out. So, all right, that ought to be a cool, Jerry, Unaware of the Pedal. Yeah. It's a great pedal. It's pretty new. It's a new pedal, and everyone's freaking out over it, and for good reason. So, thank you guys for hanging out. But like I said, any video ideas that you want to, lying in bed at night, you're like, what do I want to know about guitar that maybe Jerry could help with? Maybe I can. I'd love to if I can. So, have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great week, and peace, guys. If you want to see another video on, what was it? I did another video I want you to see here. Yeah. A video on speed and articulation, playing triplet patterns, which is similar to what we did here today. Check out the video right up there. But until then, be cool, be kind, and be cherry. I love yous. We'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys. Love yous.